What's going on, guys? Just got off work on my Saturday. Now I don't have to work another Saturday for 4 weeks, so that's exciting. So, is it cheaper to ride a motorcycle every day or drive a car? That all depends, and I will get into it now. Owning a bike, it's not very expensive if you are the correct age and own the proper bike. Getting a super sport when you are under 25 is not advised. Same thing as a super bike, which is probably going to be worse for insurance. But if you are under 25, getting a older cruiser or standard type bike, the insurance is not bad on that at all. Like, let's see, when I was 21. When I was 21, there we go, I bought a 82 Honda CM450. There we go. That was a standard type bike, and I was paying, I think, $40 a year to have insurance on it. So, yeah, it pretty much depends which bike you get, because at the same time, when I was still 21, I bought a 2006 CBR 600 F4i, and insurance on that was over $200 a month. So, yeah. Pretty much you just have to buy the correct bike for your age if you want to save on insurance. You know, insurance can save a lot if you get the correct bike, as I just said. In comparison to a car, I had, just most recently, I had a 2001 Dodge Stratus Coupe. It was the 4-cylinder, 5-speed model, and I was paying, that's too high of a gear for this speed, I was paying $80 a month for minimum coverage, just liability. And in contrast, for this bike, which is a 2006 CBR 1000RR, I am 25 years old, so I get my insurance knocked down quite a bit. I pay $22 or $23. Where do you think you're creeping off to? Every month for just liability. So, you know, yeah. Big difference in insurance costs for bikes and ages and everything. Next up is fuel economy. This bike gets 25 in the city. That's not horrible. Again, my most recent car, the Dodge Stratus Coupe, that car got, I think, maybe 15, if I was lucky. Not exactly sure on the exact mileage, but it was not good at all. So I am saving gas by riding this bike. I'm saving money on insurance by riding this. But this is also, I do not own a car. If you own a car and you're planning on keeping that car with the intention of buying a bike to save money, that's not going to happen. That's not going to work. All of your money, like all the money that you're going to be going into saving by riding it, like for fuel, will be spent on the additional insurance that you need for the bike, in addition to your car insurance. So, yeah, it's not smart to buy a motorcycle and keep your car with the intent of saving money, unless you're driving like a first generation Hummer and you're getting like quarter of a mile to the gallon or something, you know, then it might be worth it then. But most of you guys are not driving those. If you're planning on selling your car and buying a bike and using that just as your only means of transportation, then yes, it can very much be a lot cheaper than, let's see if it waves. Alright, it can be a lot cheaper than driving a car and owning a car. When you start getting to the maintenance, you know, that's where people start going like, oh, well, you know, stuff for the motorcycle's expensive and all that crap. But again, stuff for the car is expensive too. You know, you buy a set of Michelin tires for this bike will run me just under $400 installed. And the tires that I'm looking at, I know for a fact will last about 15,000 miles or so. So, That was the first very noticeable head bob I got from someone. So you're spending pretty much $800 to get 30,000 miles out of, I guess, 2 sets of tires. Versus if you were to get Michelin's for a car that's installed, that's going to be somewhere. Actually, I just put a set of Michelin's on a car today, and total price was over $900. So, you know, you get roughly the same out of tires for like distance versus price. When it comes to maintenance, the cost for those for a motorcycle versus a car is pretty much the same, except for a motorcycle, it's far easier for you to change your own oil. Like, it's really not hard at all. As long as you have somewhere to catch the oil, you're good, pretty much. With a car, it's a little bit more complicated. You know, you gotta jack it up and have it on the right slope and shit like that if you're doing it on a driveway. But, you know, it's, yeah, and I guess that's pretty much it when it comes to that. So yeah, we've covered fuel economy, we've covered insurance and maintenance costs for tires and oil. So it's pretty much, you just have to look at, before you go and buy a bike, you have to look at how much extra is this going to cost on top of your car, or how much is this going to cost in comparison to what it costs to run your car. You know, I feel like in everybody's case, you can find the right bike with the right insurance for your age in order to save money instead of driving a car, or instead of owning a car. But again, if you're 17, 18 years old and you're looking for a super sport, yeah, good luck, man. You're going to be paying yearly what your insurance cost, like yearly for insurance for what your bike is worth.